I wanted to tell you about an outreach we did yesterday. Every week, every Tuesday, I go to the Lake Street Light Rail Station. It's a train station here in Minneapolis, and there's people coming and going from oftentimes all over the country there. But we went down there, and between where we parked and the train station itself, we ran into this woman that I had talked to last week. She has been through the ringer. She has been in a lot of abuse. Her parents had a terrible relationship. She's been addicted to all sorts of different drugs over the years, has given herself over into prostitution, is an alcoholic right now, has multiple health problems related to that. And yesterday we ran into her while she was in the middle of a fight with her boyfriend, and they're like, slapping each other and pushing each other and things. And so we stepped in and just kind of calmed the situation down. And we started talking with this woman, and pretty soon she did calm down, and she actually was just like in tears, just crying over everything, crying over her whole life situation again, which if I had been through all the things that she had, I'd be probably in tears myself. And we just really got to share God's love with her and speak about the way that He sees us instead of the way that the world has seen her. She's talked about, suicide before, and so we've gotten to speak about her purpose in life. And by the end of our conversation, the boyfriend had come back, and they both wanted to pray with us together. Number one, that their lives would revolve around Christ again, that they would be walking with Him. And number two, that He would be the center of their relationship. And so this thing that started off as a fight, God worked through us and completely turned it around into a time where they're asking Jesus to come back. So that was the first of a ton of conversations that were really amazing. The second one was, and I have a post on this on Facebook I'm getting ready to put up. It was this guy that we ran into. He saw our group on the train station platform, and he's like, "You guys are Christians, right?" And we're like, "Yeah, okay." And he's like, "Okay, so what message do you have for me?" And my teammate, sorry for the shaking, you guys, I'm like walking through my neighborhood. My teammate was like, just gave him a real simple gospel message. And he started sharing his story, and he has been dealing with an addiction himself. Yesterday he was out sharing, with a sign in the neighborhood, just at one of the intersections, asking for money. And his oldest kid drove up, and he's just like, "Dad, you were meant for more than this. This is not the life that you were meant to live." And it just cut to his heart, and he was just so grieved by that his own son would call him out on the way he's living. And the amazing thing about it was my teammate had been through almost the exact same thing. He was into drugs, he was into cocaine, he was into alcoholism and stuff like that. And it was his oldest son who said, "Dad, I don't want to lose you." And that's what got him into treatment. That's what got him following the Lord. And so when we shared that with this man, he immediately wanted to pray with us. We started praying for him, and he just dropped down to his knees on the ground and was like crying and stuff. It was just such a powerful moment of him encountering God. After the prayer, he actually shared with us that yesterday someone had come up to him, put a gun up to his head, and then pulled the trigger, and it jammed. And we're like, dude, God did that because He meant for you to have more of your life to live in a purpose that's directed by Him. And so it was a complete coming together of just the purpose of God in meeting this guy. We had so many other really good conversations right after that. My teammate talked with this girl. She ended up giving her life to the Lord. I talked with the boyfriend. He totally understood the gospel, but said, you know what, I don't think I want to give up the things that I want to live for right now. So he got it, but he just didn't want to surrender everything to Jesus. We talked to there was another couple just outside the train station, had a very similar situation, extensive conversation about the gospel. The girl ends up praying to give her life to Christ. The boyfriend was like, I'm not really sure about that. I ended up talking to another couple that was new to the city, or had just moved back to the city, I should say. We got them connected with some churches, and I shared my testimony with them. And anyway, there's more stories, but I don't want to create like a 20-minute video about it. All that to say, this is such a special time here in the Twin Cities, you guys. And I just really encourage you to be a part of it. If you're around and have the bandwidth to come on out and do some outreach here, God is going to move through that. You can hit me up. Love to have you. If not, we'd love to have you praying, because you're part of what God's doing here if you're praying for it. So hopefully we'll see you soon, and I'm sure I'll have more stories for you.